Good morning, fam, and happy Hump Day Wednesday to you. This is Dr. Tommy Pringle coming to you again with another work week inspirational and encouraging message for today. On yesterday, we talked about how sometimes we can get so caught up in the normalcy of the day to day routine that we get comfortable and complacent to a certain extent. And this has a tendency to send a signal of self dependency instead of God dependency. Today we're going to be coming out of the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse number 1, where it reads, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty." Dwell means to remain, sit, or abide in. So the psalmist is saying that those who remain under and sit in God's shelter, and understanding that shelter is referring to a secret place where no one that is attempting to harm you will find you, but also understanding that one has to seek the shelter in order for it to be considered a shelter for them. Will abide, meaning lodge or stay over, which means it's a place of rest or a place that reminds me of staying at night. Anytime I'm out of town, I would find lodge or shelter in the shadow or shade of the Almighty. A shadow is any obstruction of the light and heat with the form of the intervening object. So Jesus says in John 8:12 that I am the light of the world. So to sum this verse up, those who remain, sit, and abide in God's shelter and find rest in knowing that the Almighty God will be standing before and overshadowing you to protect you from the enemy. So as you are faced with attacks from the enemy or become scared or unsettled about this pandemic, dwell in the shelter of God and you will find rest and protection. Allow that to marinate in your spirit today as God continues to shape and mold you into the Christian that he called you to be. I love you with the love of the Lord. Be blessed this week.